Hi Soul Fam, welcome back to this channel where we do tarot card readings every Monday. If we have not met, my name is Frances and it's so great to have you here. And if we have met, hello again, welcome back. I'm so excited to be connected with you. Let's dive into it. There's been a lot going on energetically, astrologically. I know that there's been a lot of conflict in the energy for some of us, either with friends or partners. Last week, we were guided to have those hard conversations, or at least identify what it is we want to say, because maybe you were waiting until Mercury came out of retrograde because that's, errors in communication. Maybe you had a conflict because of a miscommunication. And yeah, there's just a lot of it feels kind of gritty. I don't know if that's the best word, but just requiring our attention to keep things moving smoothly. So hopefully we're coming out of that this week. Let's connect energy and we will dive in and see what to do, what to know. Working in the light and the highest for everyone here's greatest good and deepest understanding at this time. Keeping my energy on, cleansed and protected, and each and every person who is here, welcoming their team in, keeping their energy on, cleansed and protected as well, and welcoming my team forward. Thank you for being here. Ooh. Okay. Beautiful. Happy Virgo season as well. Happy birthday energy, birthday month to all the Virgos out there. Okay, let's see. What do we need to know this week? Okay, so they're saying, I'm seeing a lot of fire and water. It's interesting because it's shape shifting with each other. And obviously those two are very opposing forces. But again, something to keep in mind this week, kind of this conflicting energy, but just being very mindful of it. Where do I need more fire, and where do I more passion, more energy, more, I'm hearing that song, more passion, more energy, but where we need more of that, and then where we, and maybe some motivation and energy to kind of get things moving in areas that feel sticky or stuck, and then where we need the water, both in terms of putting fires out, maybe places that need our attention that are too fiery, and or where we need more water, where we need more flow, where we need more ease and grace. If you saw my video last week, I was in this experiment of a let go, let God, full surrender. And I'm challenging myself to not just let that be a week-long experiment, but truly let that be my new way of being, which is tricky during Virgo season because Virgo season is quite strategic and quite organized, and we seek out order, which is interesting because also we're then in this Mercury retrograde just for a little while longer, but it's also that's almost opposing that. So there's a lot of opposition in the energy, which is again going to require our attention, our presence, and our I'm hearing acute action to really make sure we're making the best choices within the situations that are being presented to us. So if there was one piece of guidance from that, it would be pause, zoom out. Do I need fire here or do I need water here? Okay, and re-enter the situation. Okay, cool. We have 3 cards that came through. Also, if you see me glancing this way, it's because I have a baby sleeping. And also if I'm speaking slightly quieter, it's because I don't want to wake her up. But there's a monitor over there, and if you have to turn up your volume a little bit this week, apologies, but we are trying to make it all happen over here. Okay, so first card. Okay, 2 of Cups. This is a beautiful card, so I'll show it to you in a moment, but last week, remember, we also pulled the Lover's card. This was the card of vulnerability, of sharing your feelings, of asking for what you need. This now, hopefully that was accessible to you last week, whether that's with a partner or with a friend, a roommate, a coworker. This week, it is very much about partnership. So the 2 of Cups card is how you can really lean into your relationships, pour into your relationships. If you are in a romantic relationship, especially there, if you're not, the relationships that are closest to you, but also where you can receive from those relationships. This card is the true partnership. It is true partnership, pouring in and receiving back. Okay, so this week, actually, I want you to take a look at the relationships closest to you in your life, especially romantic partnerships. Also, if you're single and you are ready to mingle, this might be a great week to go on a date or get on the app or tell that person that you have a crush on them, right? Like, this is a really lovely time to just lean into love, but really rooted in partnership. So this might also be a good week with Virgo energy coming in to look at your relationship, especially if you are in a romantic one. But also, again, this is like roommates, co-workers, things that are active relationships every single day. Where do they need restructuring? Where can you lean more into it? Where can you receive more from it? Even building on last week, like, what walls have you been keeping up that you can let down now and just let someone pour back into you? Because you likely are a beautiful giver. You are pouring out, pouring out, pouring out, pouring out. But you know the saying, we cannot pour from an empty cup. And while you can fill up your own cup, that's not quite the same as letting someone pour into you. So that might require a conversation. Where do you need to be poured into? Is it intimacy, physical intimacy, emotional intimacy? Is it more like acts of service around the house or in your work? Is it delegation? Is it that you need validation? Like, what is it that you need? Also this week, again, if you are in a romantic partnership, this might be a great week to plan a date night. We also do have next week, if you're in the United States, like, we have a holiday coming up. Maybe you can, like, next Monday, maybe you can plan something fun for the holiday weekend. Maybe this is having a sit down and having like a family meeting and or a roommates meeting or a co-working meeting and being like, hey, what do we want to really prioritize in our relationship so it can be successful moving forward? However this is coming up for you, either anything that has been shared or maybe things that are coming in your own mind, the relationships that are closest to you, where can we pour into them and where can we allow them to pour into us? What do you need to do, create, prioritize this week in order to allow for that space of the sharing of energy, of the partnership? Okay? Beautiful and exciting and fun. And if nothing else too, remember, this is a cups card. Cups are about our feelings. So while it is important to look at the strategy, again, as we're coming into Virgo season, more in terms of like the organization and like the success of the relationship, this is how it feels. At the end of the day, relationships are supposed to feel good. They are supposed to feel nurturing. So how can we create those feelings and take the time to identify what needs care and attention and love? Because really that's the point of relationships, right? To love and to be loved. Okay? Beautiful. All right, second card here. Ooh. Okay. The Death card. Change and transformation. Change and transformation. The Death card is about endings and new beginnings. I love that for us because, again, coming out of Mercury retrograde, great, coming into Virgo season, like exiting Leo season, coming into Virgo season, this is a very different energy. Even going back to what they were sharing before, right? Leo season's very like fiery and passionate, the lion, right? And then Virgo is very organized. It's a very different energy. So even thinking about that, like, where can I not like close out passion and fun and play, but how can I lean into the energy that is being presented to me, right? Also with Virgo energy and the Death card, Virgo does ask you to come into your organization and into your order. So with that kind of almost like academic mind or very like professional organizer, like Marie Kondo energy, what do we need to end? What do we need to get rid of in your physical world, in your mental health, in your heart space, in your relationships, in your habits. This death card is coming in at a really beautiful time this week, and they're actually, your teams are being funny. They're like, we want you to Marie Kondo your life. If it brings you joy, great, more of that. If it doesn't, how can we let it go completely or shift it so that it does? This is a week to make changes in the structures in your life, in the schedules in your life, in the like tangible things in life, so that we can have a rebirth in areas that spark joy. And even that idea of spark joy, right? Like that's Marie Kondo's whole thing. Spark joy even goes back to what we were seeing before. The spark, the fire, and then the joy, the flow, the ease. So this death card is not saying like, oh, bad things are coming or bad things are ending. No, it's saying that you are being given an opportunity with really awesome, supportive Virgo energy that's very organized, that's very tactical, that's very like tough love and like kind of cutthroat a little bit in a loving way, where it's like, oh, it doesn't spark joy, it's out. It's done. We're done with that. And so this death card is asking you how you can embrace that energy so that we can clean out what is not serving, again, in the tangible world, in your emotional world, in your structures, your schedules, your habits, all of those types of very human things, so that we can leave the cocoon, the stickiness that you've probably been feeling, kind of this feeling of being in the in-between, and emerge as the butterfly, emerge as that version of yourself that is ready to fly, that is ready to flow, that is ready to shift perspective and step into all that you've been visualizing for yourself. It's time to take the action this week to bring that about, okay? I love that with this death card. Okay, and then last card here, wow, so really echoing that, 8 of Cups. Cups, again, feelings, right? So walking away from, moving upward and away from all that does not feel good. So more specifically, in addition to this death card guidance of like the strategy in life, the structures of life, the tangible parts of being human, 8 of Cups wants you to check in with your feelings. What is not bringing me joy? Echoing this, but like going deeper. Not only what is not bringing me joy, what is making me feel bad? What is making me feel less than? This could be social media. This could be relationships. This could be habits. This could be your health, like what you're eating or how much or how little you're working out. This could be not caring for yourself. Maybe you're like, I really, really need to get a massage once a quarter, and I haven't been doing that. My body is feeling it. I need to prioritize that. Maybe this is where you are investing energy and spending energy, and you're not getting an ROI back. You're spending all this time doing XYZ, and it's just not feeling good. Sorry if you can hear my stomach grumbling. Apparently I'm hungry. I will eat after this. But 8 of Cups says, what does not feel good? It is time to walk away. I know that sounds so simple, but it's actually really hard to do. This might even be coming back to your relationships. What in your relationships, if not the relationship as a whole, is no longer feeling nurturing and supportive in the heart space? Where can you be so strong and so engaged in this death card energy of, this is not a death to kill off. This is a death to rebirth myself, to walk up these steps to the highest version of me that is accessible at this time, because we are always evolving and always changing. But what am I ready to almost like leave on this floor and walk up the stairs to the next floor, where I have a wider perspective, where I have a more beautiful view, where I can be in a lighter, higher energy. Okay, so of course this is going to create change. The moons in this card at the top of the arch there are telling you that change is here, and maybe there's a lot of fear of the unknown in that. Well, wait, if I walk away from what doesn't feel good, I don't know what's on the other side, or I don't know what that's going to bring me, or I don't know what's waiting for me over there. That's the point. And that's what's so hard, and that's maybe why we haven't been doing that, because we're comfortable in what we know. But just because we're comfortable doesn't mean that it feels good. It's just comfortable. And universe rewards stepping outside of the comfort zone. It rewards betting on yourself and believing in your own self-worth so much that you are willing to do the hard thing, to do the scary thing, and make change. Change that is going to bring joy, bring peace, bring flow, bring passion. It's time. Okay, so this week we're being guided to pay attention to our feelings, while also, that's interesting, even going back to that beginning, like the opposition energy, right? We had fire and water. It's similar here. We have feelings, but then we also have that Virgo strategy, organization. So it's like, how can I tap into my feelings, see what isn't serving me, see where I can pour into my relationship, see where I need to receive from them, see what I need to let go of, and then I'm going to bring in the strategy, that Marie Kondo organizing energy, in order to restructure my life so that, where possible, as much as possible, sparks joy for me, therefore allowing me to step into that next level version of myself, the highest self version of me that is living from the heart space, doing what lights me up, because I know I am worthy of that. Is it scary? Yeah. Is it uncomfortable? Of course, because it's new. But it's time to take that step in the path unknown, following the joy of the heart, following the joy of what lights you up. Are things going to die off? Yeah. But that's good, because right now they're just taking up space. We need the change in order for the rebirth. Okay? Beautiful. So this is really lovely, a little bit scary in terms of like, oh my gosh, I actually have to like do some stuff and make some changes, but also how exciting, right? To get to be the person who changes your own life. And knowing that the energy is so on your side this week, it is time for a rebirth. So if nothing else, this is what I want you to ask yourself. It is time for a rebirth of something or some feeling or some strategy or structure in my life. I get to step into the next level version of myself, the highest level, highest self version of me, the widest self version of me. What does that look like? And what do I need to do to bring that about? Because this is the time. Okay? Beautiful. Any questions, please leave it in the comments. Any way that this resonated with you, I would love to hear it. If you would like to donate to what I call the love jar, I will leave my PayPal donation link in the description box below. This helps me to show up with energy for you every single week. Thank you so much for your generosity. I see every penny. I send you the biggest virtual hugs, all the good vibes. So thank you. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like this video. That really helps me out. And subscribe to this channel. Share with a friend who you think would love it. I am sending so much love to you, and I can't wait to connect again soon.